Hey guys, Ardania here. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing part 6 of my writing vlogs. I thought I would catch you guys up on what I've been working on. So really the only thing that I have been working on lately has been my dream slash soulmate AU thing that I have told you guys about. So it's really the only thing I've been working on. As of right now, I am 44 pages in, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. When you're writing it, not reading it, it's a lot. So at this point in my writing, I would say that I am halfway done the first short story section, because I told you guys in the last time how I'm like splitting it up into different sections with beginning, middle, end for every section. So I am halfway done the first one of like 15. So like it's not that big of a deal kind of thing, but actually I was stuck. I was really stuck at one point, and I was just kind of like not writing and just thinking, and I wasn't sure how I was going to transition it, because this is like the one point that basically sets everything up for the rest of this particular short story, and it sets everything up and it really sets everything into motion. And I was like, how am I gonna do this? I don't know, I didn't really know what I wanted to happen. Like, I knew what I wanted to happen, I just didn't know how it should happen. But I just wrote that last night. I just wrote it last night, and I think I got it. I think I'm past the point of not knowing what I'm doing, which is good, which is really good. So hopefully the next half is a little bit easier than the first half, because the second half is basically just wrapping things up and getting things ready for the rest of the novel. I would say that my first short story is kind of like an origin story, almost. It is. I'm gonna call it the origin story. The first like chapter, and like I'm going everywhere. I'm not splitting my novel up into chapters in the traditional way. There are different parts. Like it's basically a collection of short stories. So it's like, oh, this entire short story goes from beginning to end, and right now that's like 44 pages for one. So it's kind of weird. There's paragraph breaks, but there's no chapter breaks. Like, you can tell when some time has passed, but there's not any chapter breaks, and I don't want to do any chapter breaks. This is basically just a part by part type thing. So part 1 is the origin story, and that sets it up for the rest of the novel. So I basically just have to wrap things up and set things up at the same time. So that's the second part that I have to work on. Hopefully it'll be easier than the first part. You can tell that I've been reading Game of Thrones right now, just for the fact of the way that I am writing, specifically the main character, who is female. I love George R.R. Martin, how he writes women. He writes women very real, and not like, I don't know, most books you see female characters get kind of glossed over, and when they act kind of rebellious or even quote-unquote strong, it's kind of glossed over. But George R.R. Martin really writes, and he's like, yeah, this is completely normal, because this is how humans act. And I really idolize George in that way, and like, you can tell I've been reading his books, because I'm like, you know what, this is what's happening with my character. She's strong, she's amazing, I really like her, I really like the way I'm writing her, and I'm really excited to see her character arc just kind of go from my brain onto the page. Speaking of character arcs, I've just finished watching the Netflix original Stranger Things for the second time in the past week, and so that show, one, being so good, and watch it if you haven't watched it yet, but it has inspired me so much specifically in my writing, the writing in that show is phenomenal, like phenomenal. The acting is great, but like specifically the writing has inspired me so much because the character arcs in this show are amazing and I love them, and it's so nice to see like it's like a nice steady flow and all of the characters' decisions make sense, and they're not like, that character would never do something like that. It's not, no, it's like, yes, you can see they are almost completely different people from beginning to end, but they still have that little part of them that we fell in love with. It is just developed, and I really, really admire that show for that. So it's inspired me. I'm like, you know what, this is how you write a good character. This is how you progress a character, and it's helped me a lot, because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take some tips from Stranger Things, and I'm gonna do these character arcs very nicely, and I'm really excited to continue writing with my newfound knowledge that I have. So yes, this is me shamelessly promoting Stranger Things. Go watch it. So I'm actually, pretty soon, I'm going to have to be doing a lot more research. Like, I did the basis research for this novel to scenes that I'm probably not even gonna be able to write for weeks at this point. But I'm gonna have to do more research because there's a lot of things that I still don't know, and I really want, obviously I want this novel to be the best that I can come up with, which is a given, but I really want it to be accurate. Like I said in one of my first videos about this, is that it's very, it revolves a lot around science, so I need to do a lot of research on some of those things, but it's also very involved with history, so I also have to do research with history, so I just want to make it as accurate as possible, and I know I am technically creating an alternate universe, so I can have some leeway, and I can make stuff up as authors do, but I really want it to be accurate as well as made up for me. I want the things that are supposed to be accurate, you know. It's gonna be a challenge, but I'm determined to do it, and probably this week I'm gonna have to start doing more research. That's really all I have to say about my novel at this point. I'm super excited to keep writing. I have made a writing schedule for myself, so I know that when I'm writing that, hey, this is the day that I'm just going to sit down and write, or this is the day that I'm going to do some writing but also do the majority of my research, and like I have days like that planned out. So these videos should have a lot more, I'm hoping in the next videos we'll have a lot more content that I can actually tell you guys where I am at, and that there's going to be a lot more progress in my writing between these videos. There hasn't really been that much progress between these videos yet, but I'm hoping that in the future there will be. Okay, so before I end the video, I guess I've been giving you guys a song that I have been listening to while writing, and I just downloaded like actually a bunch of new songs recently, but the one that stands out the most to me is Landfill by I think it's either Daughter or Daughter, I can't remember, but I will put it in the description. It's so beautiful and I love it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm probably going to use this for a few scenes in the future, just like on repeat, because it's a beautiful song and I really, really enjoy it. Okay, so next week's book-related video, I told you I'm going to be doing a discussion on Dracula. My next writing-related video will be in 2 weeks' time from here. And I am working on, if you're following me on my Instagram account, not my personal account, if you're following me on my Instagram account, you will know that I am actually working on a piece right now, watercolor piece. I'm not done it yet, but I am filming as I'm working on it, so hopefully I will have that video out for you soon. I am like simultaneously doing it and editing it to try to cut down this time, but it's taking a little bit longer than anticipated, but I hope to be done it soon, so look forward to that. Yeah, that's really all I have to say, so please comment what you thought in this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Tuesday and sometimes every other day when I feel like it. Yeah, so I am Iridania, and thank you so much for watching.